the world is active. We hope you enjoy this informative space. We will talk about fashion, sports, food, home decoration, and entertainment. This newscast is starring by four great professionals: Alejandro Hernandez, Luis Montoya, Sebastián Sánchez, and me, Jessica Herrera. We will continue with the food section.
The Royal Belgian Academy of Medicine recommended that children, adolescents, pregnant women, and nursing mothers not follow a vegan diet. They said that the eating plan is restrictive, creates unavoidable nutritional deficiencies, and, if not properly controlled, could carry out of defiances of a delay in development. Dr. George Casimir, a pediatrician at the Queen Fabiola Children's Hospital and head of the commission appointed by the Academy to study the issue of veganism, discouraged dieting for children and pregnant women because of the possibility. Dr. George Casimir, a pediatrician at the Queen Fabiola Children's Hospital and head of the commission appointed by the Academy to study the issue of veganism, discouraged dieting for children and pregnant women because of the possibility of irreversible damage. A potential health problem caused by a vegan diet is a lack of sufficient protein and essential fatty acids for the developing brain. Isabel Thibault, president of a European Organization for Dietitians, said that it is important to explain to parents about weight loss and psychomotor delays, malnutrition, anemia, and other possible nutritional deficiencies caused by a vegan diet for children. If parents do not follow the new recommendation, children who continue a vegan diet should receive supplements, medical monitoring, and regular blood tests according to the Academy. The report, in which the organization laid of the medical concept, also states that vegans have reduced risks of certain health conditions, such as a heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, and obesity. Yet despite the rise of veganism, even the most optimistic scientists warn that there is still a lot we don't understand about diet. In particular, little of know about the term consequences of veganism and whether its significant advantage over an omnivorous or vegetarian diet. The popularity of meatless diet has exploded and many people have turned away from beef, pork, and chicken in search of health and environmental benefits, as well as concern about animal welfare. However, a new study suggests that vegetarians and vegans many have a higher risk of stroke than carnivores, although those who do not eat meat have a lower chance of coronary heart disease, according to a new paper published in the medical journal BMJ. The research found that vegetarians and vegans had a 20% higher risk of stroke than meat eaters, particularly hemorrhagic stroke, caused when blood from an artery begins to bleed in the brain. This may be due to very low cholesterol levels or very low levels of some nutrients. The research team find that vegetarians, including vegans, had heart disease is more common than hemorrhagic stroke, meaning that the vegetarians had better overall cardiovascular health outcome despite an increased risk of stroke. Stephen Burgess, group of a little in the University of Cambridge, MRC's the Studies Unit, told that the Science Media Center 22% lower risk of coronary heart disease than meat eaters. This equates to 10 fewer cases of coronary heart disease per 1,000 people over 10 years among the vegetarians than among meat eaters.
Good morning. Today in your health section we are going to talk about 4 important points at present. The first of them, accident of the explosion of a car leads to people with 4-degree burns on their arms, legs and torso. 2 other people have lost their hands due to the tragedy. The media continues to report this event. On the second point, the Ministry of Health has reported that dengue cases have increased in Colombia in the pandemic due to recent climate change and the La Niña phenomenon. Preventive measures must be taken to avoid bites in their legs, arms, hands, and face, also to avoid outbreaks of this disease. In third point, highway accidents continue to be a public health problem. The WHO gave a report saying that traffic accidents increase 8% every year, being the main cause of death in children and young people. In addition, that accidents are caused by the irresponsibility of the drivers on the road. That's in your section. Diet sodas are no better than regular sodas for the heart. According to a recent study, people who regularly drink sugar drinks or artificially sweetened drinks have a higher risk of stroke and heart disease than those who avoid sugar drinks, as the diet version contains artificial sweeteners.
Hi, I am Jessica Herrera. Welcome to the Sport Space. To get started with the news, it's important to know today's topic, sport accident. The term sports accident refers to exclusively to traumatic bodily injuries that have their origin in a cause beyond the control of the athlete, extremely fortuitous, sudden, and violent. For example, a fall, an impact, or an accident. Next, we will know some shocking cases of injuries that some people have suffered as a result of a sports activities.
For the first case, we have the story of the Australian snowboard star Alex Champipolin, has died at the age of 32 in a tragic accident while practicing underwater fishing. He has free diving, did not wear an oxygen mask, but was equipped with a weight belt. Pauline passed out in shallow water, apparently due to loss of oxygen. Shortly after, the emergency services arrived, and he was rescued from the ship without being able to revive him. The body was found by a diver who brought it to the surface before rescuers intervened. In the second case, we will learn the story of a 79-year-old woman who died after being hit by a baseball during a Los Angeles Dodgers game. Report the ESPN Sports Network. This is the first time in 50 years that there has been a death from this type of accident in the major leagues. According to the coroner's report, which detailed an acute intracranial hemorrhage as the cause of death after the impact of the ball, hit by Framden Reyes, a player of the San Diego Padres team. And finally, the terrible case of the Colombian soccer player Santiago Arias is in Madrid, after the fracture of the left fibula and suffering a tear syndrome and the other complex ligament injuries. Is the match against Venezuela for the Qatar World Cup qualifier. We must be very careful with the way we do sports, and in any rule we can have an accident.
Good morning. In other news, we were at the house of the model and businesswoman Natalia Paris, who shoes has every corner of her apartment, entering the first years. We see is the American-style kitchen. It is completely white on some seats, after week, white color and glass table. We follow the L-style room in light gray color, while its respective glass coffee table. We follow the maid bedroom. It has a bed with its knife. There is an armchair, there is a TV, there is a bathroom and a balcony that shows a beautiful landscape. Leaving the maid bedroom, we arrive to the guest room, which has two beds and its respective bathroom. To finish, Natalia Paris shows us her garden and which more has all of its beloved animals. This has been all for today. We follow with my company in news.